I'm Neve Owens. Welcome to the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlights Show. Let's start on Friday night with a pumping Coopers Stadium as the Reds chase victory to climb above opponents MacArthur FC on the table. Calling the action is Robbie Thompson and Grace Gill.
Goodwin's ball in, the header is a good one, and quickest to recover is Zach Clark, who gets just his second goal for Adelaide, his first of the season, and the side that score most in the opening 15 minutes of matches in the A-League strike again. It might fall for Clough again. Here's Halloran. Halloran coming in on the left foot, it had plenty behind it. Straight at Philip Curto in this fully renovated Coopers Stadium. Arabuli's left it cleverly, and Craig Noon's gone down, and this could be trouble for Warland on his return to the side. The 16th minute, it's red for Warland. So the central defensive headaches for Carl Veert just got a whole lot worse from high up the thigh. Noon delivers again, it's a good ball in, and it's a wonderful save. Joe Gauci denying Miller, an almost certain equaliser. Brilliant stop, Noon again it's in, Uzcock is there, it's still there, bouncing around off the post again from Arabuli. Miller clears, Dorigo. Referee allows the advantage. Clough, it's a lovely work ball! And Ibasuki. Well, that normally is money for old rope for Hiroshi Ibasuki. And they're sharing it around. It's Holman. He's on a yellow already. You can see the Adelaide players. He went to ground. It's a yellow card. Is VAR allowed to do that? As that ball is a great one to the back post. Davila. Palmed away by Gauci. Arzani still going, and might yet fall for Toure. And now Davila surely. Somehow it stays out. Joe Gauci putting his body on the line to preserve his side's lead, and somehow Uli Davila and Al Hassan Toure, Daniel Arzani between them, contrived not to score. It's a classic Coopers win for Adelaide United. It's all finished at Coopers. Adelaide 1, MacArthur 0.
So Dwight Yorke's first foray into management comes to an end after 7 short months and 1 piece of silverware after both parties agreed to mutually terminate his contract with MacArthur FC halfway through the league season. An historic day in Australian football kicks off the action on Saturday as North Hobart Oval hosts their first games of professional football with an A-League's doubleheader. In Isuzu UTE A-League's action, it's Western United up against Sydney FC in Tassie. Your commentators are Simon Hill and Andy Harper.
Here's Lafondra. Probably should have been 2. He just dragged his shot wide.
It's a great side on goal.
Dumbia turning into trouble. Here's Mack. Disguised around Lacroix. And a good save from Jamie Young. Made himself big. Clearest chance of the game so far. And Robert Mack couldn't take it. And the cross went to the back post from Wales, and there was nobody there for Western. Well, that's a poor giveaway. Dumbia! Well, he gave that a bit of gunpowder.
And I don't think it would have been out of place for him to have scored a specky like that. Not so much on today's form. He's been serviceable today.
Lolly. And Lafondra pinching it back, and Burgess looking for that top corner, but too much purchase on it.
A chance to get it away, Western couldn't quite capitalise. It's a really good opportunity, this, for Max Burgess.
Sydney with the only 2 shots on target of the game so far. Mac with the cross. Lolly in position. It's Lafondra. Danger here for Western. Caceres should have made it 1-0 for Sydney. Just ever so slightly off balance at the point of release. Rios again. Trying to get towards the back post. Donachie was there. And Kilkenny, and another save for Redmayne. There's the goal. Or is it? No. Dylan Parias thought he'd scored, but the glance towards the linesman near side somewhat gave the game away. Strong run from Lockie Wales. Rattray struggling to keep pace with him. It's a good release too. It's Parias, and Redmayne with a reflex save just flung out the left arm.
Looks like Sickert has just come on for Robbie Mack.
Oh, cheeky! Oh! That is unbelievable! And who else? Alessandro Diamanti. His surname translates to diamond in Italian, and diamond he most certainly is. That is incredible, and it might just have won the points for Western United.
Unbelievable from Alessandro Diamanti. Beautiful stuff on the Harvey Norman replay. Andrew Redmayne stranded, no fault on the goalkeeper. They've been good off the bench, both Troisi and now Diamanti. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Superb, superb, superb.
Well, only just all over in Hobart. A big win for Western. And it all came about from one moment of pure magic. Western United 1, Sydney FC 0 it finished.
Brisbane Roar and Melbourne City take centre stage on Saturday night. The Roar, with 6 draws, need to start turning those tight games into 3 points to secure a spot in the finals this season. Robbie Thompson and Daniel McBreen are your commentators.
Almost found a little bit of space on his left foot. I know what it can produce. We saw it last week, a wonderful equalising goal. Now, Tilio's ball in, the header from McLaren, and saved by Jordan Holmes. And just a typical cameo of what Jamie McLaren does so best. O'Shea, back post, the header from Neville. And then the shot, point blank range, wonderful save, Tommy Glover. 9 touches in opposition box for just 1 for Melbourne City, so that tells you that Brisbane are doing a great job defending, as here goes Knowles on the left foot. So close. Oh, a little bit of space. Armiento gets it back somehow in the area. No one wanting to make a challenge. Hingett. Neville crosses, back post. Wonderful ball. And it was Jay O'Shea arriving at the back post. In it comes. It's a good ball in, and it's cleared off the line. I think it was Curtis Good that got the touch. And it may have been Jay O'Shea on the goal line that got that clear. In it comes again, the header, and this time kept out by Jordan Holmes, who just swatted it away, I think with the help of the post.
Well received and coming on. Always has great energy, as we see.
And now Armiento letting fly. A real rocket out of that left boot, and almost something out of nothing. Van der Ven. It's a good challenge, Courtney Perkins, and look at the space here. Galloway's out of position. Henry Hoare bursting into the box, confronted by Lamb, and he's got no option. Finds one suddenly. Just when it looked lost, he squared the ball for Armiento, who couldn't direct it goalwards. O'Shea in towards Glover, who punches. Back out. Aldred throwing his body at it. It's still alive. Hoare is in there. Aldred again. Hoare still on the turn. Chapman. Henry Hoare shoots. Saved by Glover. Brilliant save again. And that's the second time that Tom Glover has stood between his side and a second defeat of the season. Andrew Naboo, only McLaren ahead of him. Neville trying to foul the boo, but he keeps going, and there's the ball for McLaren into the area. Jordan Holmes has come. Brindle South is still there. McLaren can't hit the target. No, says the referee. Full time in Redcliffe. It's all over in Redcliffe. Brisbane Roar 0, Melbourne City 0.
Join us after the break as we wrap up the rest of the action from round 13. Welcome back to the Isuzu UTE A-League highlights show. It's Melbourne Victory's turn to travel west for the late-night clash with Perth Glory. Tony Popovic is under increasing pressure as his side chases a much-needed win against his former club at Macedonia Park. Calling the game is Glenn Lauder and Phil Moss.
Victory looking to turn things around now. Here's a decent ball over the top from Noah Smith to Bruno Fornaroli on the right foot. Snaps that one, but it goes across the front of Cameron Cook's near post and it doesn't trouble. Here they come again. Salim Khalifi now takes it to the byline, cuts back, waiting for it on the penalty spot is Jelicic, but he slices it well wide, and that's a huge miss for Perth Glory. Ryan Williams feeds this one for Khalifi. They come again, Perth Glory, but once again, it's Jason Guerrier on this occasion. But nonetheless, Glory have another corner. This one's towards the front post. Acton can't punch it clear. Katrumbas, oh, what a follow-up from the Melbourne Victory goalkeeper to palm that one over the bar after he fluffed the punch on the initial corner. Noah Smith trying to pick out Bruno Fornaroli. He does. And now Brimmer once again on the edge of the area. Jake Brimmer so close to burying that one in the bottom corner. Amini looks for options, decides to go himself. Now he does link up with David Williams. Ryan Williams at close range. And Ryan Williams' scuffed shot might have got a deflection on the way through. Matt Acton was rooted to the spot on the front post. Doesn't quite come off. It allows Ryan Williams to break again, the goal scorer. Still he goes, Ryan Williams, this one from distance, and it forces the best out of Matt Acton to parry that one away for a Perth Glory throw. Another great opportunity for Ryan Williams. Oh, and now it's on here between Jack Clisby and Chris Economides. You fear there might be cards involved here. Clisby's given Economides a pretty hefty push. They've come from everywhere. Oh, he's gone to the back pocket here, Stephen Lucas. What colour is this going to be? It's a red card for Jack Clisby for the hand around the throat of Chris Economides. Is that going to be the only red card we see here? The red goes into the back pocket, the yellow comes out. So it's Chris Economides who will stay on the park with a yellow after lashing out at Jack Clisby, and it's Clisby who sees red, Phil Moss. Yeah, he hasn't dodged the bullet yet because Stephen Lucas has been called over by Kurt Ams to review the footage. He's rescinding the yellow card. He goes to the back pocket. We're down to 10 on 10. It will be Jelicic with the in-swinging right-footed corner. Towards the middle of the 6-yard box. Acton under pressure. He gets a paw to it. Khalifi links up with Jelicic again. Acton paws clear for a second time. Amini on the strike on the volley. It was a tough one because it was bouncing awkwardly, but Matt Acton's come up strong once again.
Well, Matt Acton's working harder than a field player at the moment, an outfield player.
Around about that penalty spot. Here's Brimmer's delivery. Oh, it's a wonderful strike from Roderick Miranda. Can you believe it? Melbourne Victory are back on level pegging, and it's through an amazing strike from the centre-back.
He's in a really good area. Potentially hurt Perth Glory.
Duncan finds Dowse. Here's the ball towards the middle, and guess who? Welcome back to the A-League, Adam Taggart. He marks it with a goal. It's another beautiful delivery from Jacob Dowse. Oh, Matt Acton has tried to be clever against Jacob Dowse, and it's all gone wrong for the Melbourne victory custodian. Adam Taggart's got a double. Checks his watch. He calls an end to this one. It finished 10 on 10. Jack Clisby and Chris Economides got an early bath, and Adam Taggart got a late double. What a return to the Isuzu UTE A-League men's competition. Perth Glory 3, Melbourne victory 1.
Wellington Phoenix return to New Zealand for the visit of this season's excitement machine, the Central Coast. It's a tough away trip for Monty's Mariners as they look to continue their unbeaten start to 2023.
Early chance for Kellen Elliott to get involved. Falls to Costa Barbarossas off the crossbar inside the first 70 seconds from Costa. Well, no sooner had he farewelled his two little girls, he smashed one against the crossbar and almost opened the scoring early.
Ball up and playing as you'd expect quickly.
Nice ball from Lewis to Zabata. Moragas is on a run and gets away from Trientis into the area. Was he brought down? It's a penalty for Wellington. Sean Evans in the VAR box alerted her to the fact that perhaps it may have been outside. She would have been over here for a couple of minutes now. Casey Rybout having a look. Not exactly sure what she is saying there. I think she might be saying outside. It's a free kick as Wellington come across to protest. Short corner this time from Wellington. Lewis with a slightly different angle to work with. Trips it in. Laws with a header and tucked into the back of the net. A footballing miracle has happened. Alex Rufer has scored an A-League goal.
Rufer's return is complete, ladies and gentlemen. It's the delivery of prophecy.
Clever play again from Josh Laws. He quickly retreats to centre back and lets the attackers do the work. Barbarossas frees up Kellen Elliott. Here's Savannah! 5 and 6 for the pole. Towards the far post, doesn't reach it. Trientis gets it away. Roof is there, he's going to shoot. Goodness me. Scores a goal and all of a sudden he thinks he's Kylian Mbappe.
Looking to move it side to side, try and expose some gaps in the Wellington Phoenix's two defensive four-man units.
Kryev helps it forward towards Barbarossas. Brings it down brilliantly and the shot across goal. Costa Barbarossas has been busy. Very busy indeed. Ball runs straight into Josh Nisbet, who was waiting for him. Here is Nisbet. Will he set up a shot? No, the shot comes from Roos instead. Here comes Roo, and behind by Moragas. So the initial save came from Michael Roos. It rebounded to Roo. The upshot of it all is a goal kick.
Just saying that if the Central Coast Mariners are more adventurous in possession, it'll allow the Phoenix more space to counter-attack into, and Costa Barbarossas, David Ball and Bojidar Kryev have the engine to break from deep.
Silvera into Inkalolo. Flag stayed down. The Phoenix lead in Wellington. That is the signal for the time-honoured tradition of shirts off. We'll get to that in a second. Here is Silvera. Squares it back. And surely for the Mariners. Blocked on the line. Steven Jukarkovic didn't use a hand. Here it is. A chance for the Mariners. Surely! And they have scored. Benny Inkalolo has thrown them a lifeline. And added time here. Maybe, just maybe, Ufuk Tale's Phoenix are the real deal. And there's a scrap afterwards too. There's your final score at the end of a thrilling afternoon. The Wellington Phoenix 2. The Central Coast Mariners 1.
McDonald Jones Stadium wraps up this round of football. The Jets are yet to win this year, whilst 3 points here will see the Wanderers draw level on points with the Mariners in second spot. Calling the action is Simon Hill and Andy Harper.
Clever first-time ball by Wilmering, who's operating on the right-hand side for the moment. Springing forward is Borrello, and Daniel Wilmering is in behind. Chance here for the Wanderers, and Jack Duncan narrowed the angle super quickly and denies the youngster the opening goal. It's going to come the aerial route you fancy. Towards the near post. And Clure, decent try from Gabriel Clure. And it needed to be helped along on its way by Jack Duncan.
Yeah, impressive from Clure, really impressive.
Bozanic. And here's a chance brewing. Big chance too for Brandon Borrello. And I think he just got a touch there with his standing leg, which put him off balance. Maybe that's about to change. Ingham. Useful ball. Thurgate! Well, what did I say? Only one first-half goal conceded. Make that two this season now. Angus Thurgate ghosted into the box, unmarked, and certainly against the run of play, Newcastle Jets take the lead. Jets getting good numbers around the ball, and now looking to spring forwards. And Sotirio's away here, and onside, big chance, and he couldn't take it. Gabriel Clure got back on the blind side. Makoto fighting Wilmering forward. And the cutback for Makoto looks promising this. And Makoto goes down. And referee Elder says penalty for the Wanderers. Can he square the ledger for Western Sydney? He can. The former Mariner scores for the first time against the Newcastle Jets, and we're all square. Piscopo has found a pocket of space. He's also found Trent Mahaja. What a challenge from Murchula. Celebrates it like he's just scored the winner in the 90th minute. Slide by Mikkel-Tata. Accurate release too. Piscopo's ball. It's Trent Mahaja. Great save by Thomas. Still alive, and Bahaja is denied by Nieuwenhof. An almighty scramble with players again struggling to keep their feet, but Bahaja could not convert. Thurgate looking to float it in. Hoffman! What a chance for the Jets, and Lawrence Thomas got some part of his body in the way. It was that close for Arthur Pappas's team. That is full time. Both teams huffed and puffed and tried to blow the other's house down, but in the end, they have to settle for a share of the spoils, and it ends all square. Newcastle Jets 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
Before we go, let's have a quick look at the league table. The top three all drop points this round, with draws for both City and the Wanderers, whilst Wellington's win over the Mariners sees them close the gap. And Adelaide sit just 1 point back in fifth. And at the foot of the table, the tough times continue for Melbourne Victory, who are 3-7 at the halfway point of the season. That's it from round 13. We'll see you next week for more Isuzu UTE A-League action.